reveals why
At his best was a better defensive fighter than Crawford. Crawford's a better offensive fighter, but in those kind of matchups, I think defense usually beats the offense.
I don't. Because Terence Crawford got more to bring. He got more to bring to the table.
He's a great
Floyd
fighter.
Mayweather got the little shoulder roll. I get it. Controls distance, but Terence Crawford is also a master at distance. Terence Crawford has punching power to hurt Floyd Mayweather. We saw that. We saw that in the
Shane
Zab
hurt him.
Judah fight now.
Yeah, Shane too. Shane hurt him with the right hand.
Shane did hurt him as well.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And did he fight Shane? But did Floyd fight Shane in his prime? Do you think he fought him in his prime?
Porter reflects on the endless debates about Terence Crawford versus Floyd Mayweather, stressing that these comparisons often overshadow their own greatness. He admits fans instinctively lean toward Floyd because of his undefeated legacy. But Porter reminds everyone that this automatic assumption fails to give Crawford the respect he deserves. Floyd is the pioneer, the OG who built the standard. But Crawford is writing his own legendary story in a different timeline.
Mayweather. We've even had the conversation to go as far as who would win in a fight between Terence and Floyd, and I truly don't know the answer to that question.
I do.
You do?
Yes.
Yeah. Who will win that fight?
Floyd.
Floyd will win that
Yes,
fight.
sir. I love you, Terence.
Always figures it out.
Yeah,
Yes.
he's
a chess master.
Yeah, his IQ and
But
that
the
shit
funny
is
thing
crazy.
about it is Terence has been the only other guy that people can say he always figures it out.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's true.
But you gotta have an OG somewhere.
Everybody else,
There's an OG
Somebody got
somewhere.
a pioneer, right? Yeah, you got to do
There's
it.
an OG you can't outfigure out
yeah,
somewhere. And I
yeah.
just believe Floyd is that OG you can't outfigure out.
To Crawford. Himself addressed the comparisons with honesty and humility. He openly calls Mayweather the greatest of his era, a man who achieved unmatched dominance. But Crawford declares this is his era. He's the one setting today's bar for greatness. For him, legacy isn't about fantasy matchups. It's about respecting eras and crowning the best of each generation.
Everyone is going to start making comparisons with your legacy to Floyd Mayweather. How do you feel you compare with Floyd with the resume you have now?
Listen, Floyd was the greatest in his era. I'm the greatest in my era. It ain't no need to compare me to Floyd or Floyd to me.
You talk the talk and you sure walk the walk. Your confidence and aura is on another level. Could we see a run as a light heavyweight?
Nah, we ain't going out that much.
No.
Crawford has made it clear he isn't chasing Mayweather. Fans may dream of a mythical fight, but Crawford insists his focus is on finishing his own career, not trying to beat a retired legend. His goal is legacy on his terms, not by standing on someone else's shoulders. That mindset shows true maturity.
Have you thought about going for 51-0, beating Mayweather's record with 50-0? Is that something that you thought about?
I already said I wasn't never gonna beat Mayweather record. That's not something that I wanted to do.
Okay.
To be honest, I was gonna retire if I didn't get this Errol Spence fight.
For Crawford, points to Canelo Alvarez's opinion as proof. Canelo fought both Floyd and Crawford. When Canelo says Crawford is the better fighter, it carries weight. Still, Crawford respects Floyd's greatness, reminding fans that each man was king in his time.
One where he felt like he was at the best, and another where he felt like he was at a disadvantage when he had a rehydration clause and he was younger. So, I don't know, I don't go off of that. Floyd is the best fighter, in his era. And I feel like I'm the best fighter in my era.
One thing that I thought was really interesting about the fight, I always love watching you switch stances as effortlessly as you do. You didn't do that a lot in this fight. You didn't have to. Were you expecting not to have to?
No, I felt like I could have, but why do something when something else is working?
Crawford doubles down on respect, calling Mayweather a legend whose dominance is sealed forever. Instead of fueling rivalry, he honors both legacies, refusing to reduce greatness to a single winner. His approach uplifts the sport by celebrating multiple eras of brilliance.
You gotta have 4 arms.
I know.
And 6 eyes to beat Floyd.
Is Floyd better than you? Keyshawn beat Tank?
Keyshawn beat everybody. Him and Shakur.
How you feel about them not fighting each other? That's cool.
Yeah, that's cool. They don't need to fight each other.
Was there anybody
They
ever?
can beat up everybody else.
Was there anybody ever like that in boxing with you? Because not really Sean Porter, right?
Nope. Nope.
No friends in this business for you.
I think Tim Bradley would have been like that.
Okay.
I think me and Tim Bradley would have been like that. I wouldn't have fought Tim.
If the opportunity presented itself against Floyd, you would have, though, even though you admire him so much and he's so great. But you
Floyd, yeah, because I wasn't as close. Me and Floyd close now, but
right.
when Floyd was
didn't know that.
boxing, I wasn't as close with Floyd like I am now.
How do you beat Floyd, though? Like, since nobody's been able to crack that code.
You think I would tell you?
He ain't fighting anymore. So that fight ain't gonna happen.
You gotta have 4 arms
I know. I know.
and 6 eyes to beat Floyd.
Is Floyd better than you?
I think you got your answer there.
Nah, I didn't hear nothing. Is Floyd better than you? Some fighters say, even like Gervonta
Can't I
Davis.
beat your
Okay, that's a no. That's a no.
Chris Algieri added perspective. Comparing Floyd and Crawford is almost impossible. Different eras, different opponents, different circumstances. Instead of arguing endlessly about who's best, Algieri urges fans to simply appreciate the greatness of both.
And no, the discussion about, because Canelo was asked this question, who's better, Floyd or Crawford, and he immediately went to Crawford. Now, is that recency bias? Is that him protecting his own performance? Is that a veiled shot at Floyd? Probably all of the above. Is it really true? I don't know. And I think Crawford had a great answer. He goes, well, we're different eras. Floyd was, the best of his era. I'm the best of mine, which is a very diplomatic way to go about it. But listen, comparing the two is going to be an endless barbershop conversation that's going to go back and forth over literally the annals of time. I don't think we're ever going to be able to have a distinct argument where you're going to say, this is it. I actually want to do a video where I argue both sides with the same veracity and veracity, because it's that, because there is that much, there is that much about it, and you can, which is an awesome thing, because this is going to be the barbershop. Like, yeah, well, Rocky Marciano, Joe Louis. Well, he knocked out Joe Louis. Yeah, but he's 170. Like, we're gonna. That's the conversation.
127 years old.
In real time, right, with guys that we've all seen. Literally overlapping errors. So those discussions will always be there. It's great fodder. It's great barbershop debate. In the debate, it's debate. Yeah, it's going to be subjective.
I agree.
I think objectively, I don't think there's a way to really separate.
Yeah, I agree. And I prefer, as I was thinking about it, like, wow, I can't believe I've watched the Floyd era, the Crawford era, the Usyk era. It's like I've gotten to see some really great fighters. You know what I'm saying? Like, and in the 90s, when boxing was, everybody was going head to head. There wasn't a guy that stood out like Floyd, Crawford, and Usyk, where it was super, super dominant.
Robert Garcia praised Crawford's win over Canelo as validation of his skill, power, and composure. For Garcia, Crawford proved he could dominate even the sport's biggest star, strengthening his claim as an all-time great.
That you gave Crawford a really good chance. Of course. Did you see on Saturday night exactly why you gave him that chance?
I think so. He's very talented. He's a very disciplined fighter also. He's healthy. And, a lot of people were saying, oh, well, he hasn't fought, or he didn't look too good against Madrimov at 154. How can he look good? He's a talented fighter. And that challenge for him pushed him even harder to train harder and to be better. That challenge, went up against Canelo, moving up 2 divisions, hearing that people are saying, oh, he didn't look too good against Madrimov, so how could he look good at 68? Well, that motivated more, man. He trained hard. He did what he had to do. I always said, I wasn't going to put money on it because it's also very dangerous, right? Canelo's a beast, strong. So I never really... I wasn't going to put money on it, but I did give him a chance. He's got talent, man. He's got skills, and what he did was unbelievable, man. We were there was another show that we do with Boxing Scene, and we had it right before the fight, at 4:00 before the main card started, and they asked me, "What's your final prediction?" I said, "You know what? I'm gonna say it, Crawford by decision." Because I talked to Bomac on Thursday night. And they're in Vegas, and he seemed very positive, motivated. So that kind of gave me a little extra. You know what? My final prediction is Crawford by decision, and he pulled it off.
Teddy Atlas broke down Crawford's performance in detail. Admiring his composure, jab, and tactical vision, he noted a key difference. Mayweather fought a young, raw Canelo at 40 years old, while Crawford dominated a seasoned Canelo at nearly 38. Atlas stressed this context makes Crawford's victory uniquely historic and Josing Dan.
You know, but he's not digital. There's only a few guys that are digital. What do I mean by that? He's not Crawford. What do I mean by that? Where does it separate? Instincts, eyes, calmness, the mind wonders. I know the body wondered. I saw the combinations. Canelo's throwing one at a time, and Crawford's hitting him with 3, 4, 5 shots. He put them together. He's controlling the range. Yes, he had the reach advantage. Yes, he used it. He used the jab. He controlled the reach. But it's more than that. It's the mind at work. He's more advanced. He sees things. He's calm in an uncommon environment, calmer than most. So calm, he'll see things others don't see. Just a millisecond. I was explaining this to Stephen A. the day before. Just a millisecond before someone else sees it, he sees it. And he's got the mental control, the confidence, the supreme confidence Customato talked about. He said he only saw 2 fighters with that. Teddy Atlas, Teddy, I only saw 2 fighters with supreme confidence. Sugar Ray Robinson, greatest fighter of all time, and Muhammad Ali, where they don't believe you can beat them. That's Crawford. All of that together, mixed together, makes a perfect cocktail of supremeness, of greatness, of another level, of digital. And that's what he sees things, he reacts to, he sees a twitch.
Canelo Alvarez himself admitted Crawford is the better fighter. Since he's faced both men in the ring, his words carry more weight than any fan's opinion. His respect legitimizes Crawford's greatness on a whole new level.
I think Crawford is way better than Floyd Mayweather. We already know. We knew Crawford is a great fighter, and I did what I supposed to do, right? I tried for every way, and I trained really hard, and he deserved all the credit. No, I try my best tonight, and I just cannot figure out the style.
Was it something specific, the movement or his speed or power or what? Was there something you could put your finger on that gave you the most trouble?
Everything.
Okay.
He have everything. You know what? Sometimes you try and your body cannot go, right? That's my frustration. Maybe I can figure out Crawford, but my body cannot go anymore. So I try it, but my body just not let me go. And you need to accept it. That's it. He's a great fighter. He's a good fighter. He know how to move and everything.
After Crawford's dominant win, the debate with Mayweather reached new heights. Crawford's achievements undisputed in multiple divisions. 4-belt unifications give him records even Mayweather never held. While Floyd's undefeated streak remains iconic, Crawford's ability to unify across weights puts him on equal, if not higher, ground in the history books.
After last night's match between Crawford and Canelo, I am not gonna lie, that boy Crawford up there with Floyd. The way he went toe-to-toe with a heavy hitter like Canelo is actually crazy, bro. And this is probably one of Crawford's best fights. Like, he was super sharp. Like, dude was super sharp, super clean, and he stayed in that pocket. People talking about that Crawford was running. I'm not gonna lie. It didn't look like he was running at me. It looked like he was taking them hits on the chin. I mean, for God's sakes, bro. He got stung in the head, took himself to the hospital. Like, dude, real live like that. And I know that, Floyd, he real live, he a good boxer. Floyd is actually one of my favorite boxers. But Crawford is now becoming one of my favorite boxers because he's very, skillful. The technicality of him and just the decisions he makes in that ring, bro, to get up on the scoreboard is crazy. And he's not like one of them fighters like how Shakur, Shakur, he boxes for points, and that's cool. That's the way boxing's supposed to go, I guess. But Terrence, you can get that from him, but you can also get that aggressiveness when he in that pocket and he throwing a couple hooks and trying to take you out. But I will say, Canelo even said it. He said, bruh, he thinks that Crawford is way better than Floyd. And they asked him, like, why would you, think that? He just said everything he does is different. I can't understand the style of boxing he had. And he was saying that he's good in everything when it comes to the ring. Like, and I'm not gonna lie, Canelo is not lying. Like, Crawford is like that, bruh. I'm not gonna lie. To stand toe to toe with Canelo, that actually is crazy because everybody knows he's a heavy hitter. Like, he's a knockout artist. But yeah, he definitely deserves it, bro. That boy Crawford 42-0. And I don't know why he's even thinking about retiring, but you gotta pass up Floyd. I'm not gonna lie, you need to get some more semis under your belt because if you pass up Floyd, that's when the rumblings are gonna really be like, oh yeah, he's the best. I don't think he's gonna retire. I think that he still go, fight it out.